Hello students, in today's video I will discuss about axial skeleton system. Before starting it, let's recall what we have done in previous video. We have already done about introduction of skeleton system, different kinds of bones present in our body, and general structure of a long bone. Let's start with axial skeleton system today. It is having 4 parts here: skull, vertebral column, ribs, and sternum. First of all, we will discuss skull. In human skull, there are total 29 bones present. These are different bones which are mentioned over here. First, we have cranium. In cranium, total 8 bones are there. It is also known as brain box as it is protecting brain inside it. The different cranium bones are given here: frontal, parietal, occipital, temporal, sphenoid, ethmoid. Here in the picture, you can easily view the orange area. It represents frontal, yellow parietal, green occipital, pink temporal. Just beside temporal, blue portion is sphenoid. Ethmoid is not visible from the side view of skull. It is present inside the skull. Moving back to skull. Second, we have facial bones. These bones form the structure of our face. There are total 14 bones. Few are given here. Example: zygomatic, maxilla, mandible, palatine, nasal, and lacrimal. Let's see these different bones in the skull. The eye area, it represents lacrimal. The upper portion of nose, it shows nasal bone. The cheek area with light green color, it shows zygomatic bone. The royal blue color, this shows your upper jaw. The bone is maxilla. In the reddish color, it shows your lower jaw and the bone is mandible. Moving back to skull, then we have ear ossicles. Ear ossicles are known as ear bones, and total 6 bones are there. In each ear, 3 bones are present. Those are given here: malleus, incus, stapes. Stapes is the smallest bone present in human body. These are present in the middle ear, and the main function of ear ossicle is to amplify the sound waves moving inside our ear. Last, we have hyoid. Only 1 bone is there, and it is present in the throat region, and the main function of it is to help in the movement of tongue. Next, here a small picture is given on the right side of your screen. This is your skull when we view it from below. An aperture is labeled here as foramen magnum. This is the area from where the spinal cords move out of the skull. Further, we have vertebral column, or you can say it backbone. It is made up of tiny 33 bones, and those bones are known as vertebrae. In lower classes, you might have assumed that backbone is actually made up of a single bone, but this is wrong. It is having total 33 small vertebrae. Our vertebral column is divided into different portions. Here, labeling is given in the picture. Look at the box. First portion is cervical. It comprises of 7 cervical vertebrae. This area is present in your neck just below the skull. Second region is known as thoracic. It is made up of 12 thoracic vertebrae. This is present in the thorax region, the upper half of your back. Third region is lumbar. It is made up of 5 lumbar vertebrae, and this portion is present in the lower back. Then fourth portion is sacrum. It is made up of 5 sacral vertebrae. But these 5 vertebrae are not free. These 5 vertebrae are fused together, forming a single structure. Look at the picture at the extreme left. Inside 2 hip bones, green structure is present. It appears as a single structure. So it forms by the fusion of 5 sacral vertebrae. And just next to sacrum, we have a tiny pink color structure. This is known as coccyx, or you can say tailbone, and it is made up of 4 coccygeal vertebrae. These are also fused. Then we have, here I have discussed general structure of a vertebrae. You're not supposed to read this in detail. Few things are required that you need to remember. Look at the structure of a vertebrae. One side is having flat area, which is known as interior side, and the other side, which is labeled as posterior side, it is having some pointed, or you can say projections are there. If you ever try to touch your backbone, you have felt some projections with few gaps, one after the another. So the thing that you can feel on your backbone is the posterior portion of the vertebrae. And it is having a cavity inside it. This is known as neural canal or central canal. This is the area where spinal cord crosses. So this is the reason it is known as vertebral column, when all the vertebrae are arranged one upon the another, making a channel, making a column, and spinal cord runs through it. Next we have ribs and sternum. In human body, only one sternum is present, and it is also known as breastbone. As you can see, it is present in the chest area. It is having a dagger shape. Its main function is to attach the ribs from the front of the body. Let's move to the ribs. In human body, there are total 24 ribs, and these are present in pairs. So these total 12 pairs, these are further divided into 3 categories: true ribs, false ribs, and floating ribs. The true ribs, there are 7 pairs of true ribs. Why they are known as true ribs? Actually, they start from the vertebral column and ends at the front, joining the sternum. Moving further, we have false ribs. The reason they are known as false ribs, they start from backbone, but they do not join directly to the sternum in the front. The false ribs, when they move forward, they join with the last true rib. So they are known as false ribs, and there are total 3 pairs. Last we have floating ribs. 2 pairs of floating ribs are present in our body. The name is very clear, floating ribs. So they float. They actually start from backbone, but they are unable to reach. They are unable to move forward. In the labeling, it is given very clear. Its main function is to protect our kidneys. True ribs, false ribs, they protect our lungs and heart, and false ribs, it protects our kidney. So this was for today. In the next video, I'll discuss about appendicular skeleton system.